The sound of sirens wasn't new to her, but this time they stopped outside her home, and the woman they came for wasn't who they thought. The morning sun hadn't fully climbed the horizon when Maya Brooks started her shift at Eddie's Diner, a small roadside cafe on the edge of a quiet southern town. The smell of burnt coffee and buttered toast filled the air as she wiped down the counter, her uniform slightly faded from long days and double shifts. Outside, police cruisers occasionally passed by, their blue lights reflecting in the diner's glass like reminders of something she tried to leave behind. Maya, mid-30s, strong but soft-spoken, carried herself with the calm precision of someone who once lived by routine and discipline. Few people here knew that calm came from years of combat training. She'd served in places most of them couldn't find on a map. Her teenage son waited for her at home, helping care for her elderly mother. Lately, though, she'd noticed strange patrols lingering near their house, unfamiliar officers, unfamiliar stares. Something felt off, but in this town, people like her had learned not to draw attention. That evening, just after sunset, the silence on Maple Street shattered with flashing blue and red lights. Maya's mother called in a panic, voices yelling outside, fists pounding on the door. Maya dropped everything, sprinting through back alleys, apron still tied, coffee stains marking her uniform like battle scars. Outside, she saw them all. 4 officers, weapons drawn, shouting at her teenage son to get on the ground. Her mother stood frozen on the porch, clutching a Bible. No one asked questions, no one waited for answers. They had the wrong address, but power didn't need proof. Maya's voice cut through the chaos, low, firm, commanding, the same tone that once silenced soldiers in the desert. "Step back," she said, eyes locked on the lead officer. He hesitated. Something in her stance, her control, made his training falter. Within seconds, she disarmed one officer who grabbed her arm, a swift movement, not of anger, but precision. Her body remembered what her heart tried to forget. For a moment, the street went quiet again. The air trembled, not from violence, but from realization. The waitress they thought was powerless had once led men into war zones. The officers stepped back, hands trembling, faces pale beneath the streetlights. One of them muttered an apology, but it was too late. Not for what they'd done, but for what they believed. In that moment, Maya didn't see uniforms or authority. She saw fear disguised as control. The same fear that makes people judge first and learn later. Word spread through the neighborhood the next morning. The quiet waitress, who everyone thought was just another single mom, had once been a Delta Force commander, a veteran who'd risked everything for a country that barely remembered her name. Yet she didn't want revenge. When asked why she didn't press charges, she simply said, "Because someone has to be better." Those words rippled through the town more powerfully than the confrontation itself. It wasn't strength that defined her. It was restraint. In a world quick to shout, Maya reminded them that silence can be power, and grace can be its own kind of justice. If this story moved you, take a moment to share it. Somewhere, there's another Maya, quiet, overlooked, carrying more strength than anyone realizes. These stories remind us that kindness and respect shouldn't depend on what we see, but on what we choose to understand. At Hidden Struggles, we tell real human stories of resilience, empathy, and the invisible battles fought in silence. Every video you watch or share helps turn attention into awareness, and awareness into compassion. Because behind every uniform, every smile, and every tired face serving you coffee, there's a story untold. One that might change how you see the world.